Hello friends, I'm Kanchan from Akulmek Technologies and you are welcome to Top Brass. Today we have Sitesh Srivastava from Johannesburg, South Africa. And as you know, he has a deep interest in corporate training. In fact, he has done so many training for professionals and marketing people in his career. So welcome to the show, Sitesh.
Thank you, Kanchan, for your kind words. It's nice to be with you on this platform. And I must say that I look forward for the interesting threads of conversation. And I hope we are able to help some of the people, some of the students, some of the career-minded youngsters out there who are seeing these videos.
It is our pleasure to have you on our show, and it's quite interesting to talk to you regarding various subjects which related to corporate trainings, hard skills, and soft skills. So, as you know, that we have been doing change management, and then the parameters we have discussed about how the change management can be attained productively. Now, you see nowadays all these scenes, the life is going into extraordinary phases because they are social distancing, people are not going to office, they are working from home. So one of the major part of change management is taking decisions. Now, what happens if you take now, it's very easy to really ask people to go from the organization and at the moment, but then hire is again is kind of a challenge for many companies. So what has changed? What has changed in this period, and how you look at this time?
So, Kanchan, this pandemic, which is once in a lifetime or once in a century kind of an situation we have seen in this world has seen, probably the last such situation would have been around Second World War between 1939 and 1945. So almost, I know 75, 80 years, once in a century things are there. And therefore, everybody from the educators, from the corporates, for the youngsters who are passing out graduates this year, you see all big guys are trying to say nice words to the graduating class, and saying that, hold on, we are there, things will be okay. And so everyone has to not just think, people have to rethink the way the work has to be delivered, the work has to be assigned, the work distribution has to happen. And this particular change is what I call paradigm change, which happens very few times in our 40 years, 50 years or 60 years of a career. And therefore everyone has to be geared up for this new way of life. It's a new lifestyle. It's a new way of living. Whether it is change management, I mean, I have been told, and we discussed this, one thing we cannot stop is the technological change in this world. And that is what is happening. So let us use this time to inculcate and bring the best of the breed of technologies amongst us. And remember that technology itself cannot do anything until and unless we are passionate to use the technology with the right kind of content and the message.
Yes, very valid point. And because to use the technology to come on the online platform, you have to do little preparation, because there's an audio, there's a video, you have to be a good communicator, you have to be a good listener. So all these aspects play a major role in online kind of communication and platform, where in fact you want to teach anything. So again, teacher and student coordination has to be perfect. And for that, I think you have to kind of practice, you should have experience, right?
Yeah, and I was just, I think a couple of weeks back, I was really surprised when I just looked up the synonym and the meaning of the word virtual, and I figured out that one of the synonym was real. And I was thinking, how come virtual becomes real? We always used to say real is real, virtual is not real. But now I just Googled it out and I saw one of the synonym of virtual as real. And now that keeps me thinking, if virtual is real, Kanchan, then what is real? What is real? Can the real stand up?
Okay, so what the conclusion you came up to after really going through this search?
I figured out and I analyzed this, that in this online world, we have to do something where this online virtual world blends with the real physical world. And that will be the winning strategy for both platforms, the online as well as the offline, as well as the physical being that we are. And this is the time where the technologies, the new technologies, whether it is artificial intelligence or machine learning or big data and all of these things, predictive design, all of this has to merge the physical and the virtual world, because now virtual is real.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
So actually now, as we were discussing, that these are extraordinary times, and how critical thinking becomes more important in this kind of situation, or it is more important now, or it was earlier, it was more important. So how you balance this kind of argument?
So, Kanchan, critical thinking was always part of our corporate landscape. As we have discussed in mission critical projects, mission critical engagements, critical thinking was always a part of it. But now critical thinking has come out of that and it has come into our homes, because we are at homes. The critical thinkers are at home. So therefore the critical thinking has to become a part of our daily life. But if we leave for a moment the mission critical projects for the moment, we are listening to so much of the fake news. We are listening to deep fake news. We are not able to make out what is the correct news versus what is the fake news. And whole day we just keep on doing what? We are forwarding. But what are we forwarding? We don't really know. And therefore, even it comes down to that level where before forwarding any message, we have to do a critical thinking that it might affect someone. It is not just a creative thinking. The technology doesn't mean that we can just go on and use it for the sake of using it rather than applying the critical thinking, because a single message today can wreak havoc on somebody's life. We agree to this, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
This is not happening only at the personal level. It is also happening at the political and the national levels, where the elections are being rigged because of such messages. All the platforms, Facebook, Zoom, or Skype, everywhere, right? So critical thinking is something like a staple diet today. And that staple diet we cannot avoid, and we shouldn't be avoiding it. Because if we don't practice this today, I'm telling you, Kanchan, we have not learned anything out of this pandemic.
Right. So as we discussed that critical thinking, in critical thinking, the decision making lies on the person. And I think people should come out of their regular mental resource and look forward and find out if they have some problem, to find out, look ahead and see what is the problem and how to tackle that.
Exactly. So the message is very loud and clear. Please reach out. If you are unable to think in a critical fashion, please reach out. There is help available, and that help is available not only for the distressed people, it is available for everyone, because everyone is sitting in behind those four walls and they are thinking what to do. Where is it? Where is that silent horror enemy called COVID-19? But this is the time of really, and I keep telling people and my family and friends that please look at the recovery rates. Everyone is seeing the infection rates, everyone seeing the death rates, everyone seeing the data is being unreported, but nobody is applying a mind into the critical piece of information which says recovery rate. If we look at the recovery rate, we feel good and we feel there is a hope and we fight for it. We are ready for it.
So we had been discussing the change management, and in this we have already discussed about the creative thinking, and one point which you have mentioned is positive thinking. That is also a part of critical thinking, because if you are not positive, then you will not be able to take good decisions. And of course, decision making. You should have the ability to really decide the correct path, the correct measure. You should have that kind of ability. And like always, it is pleasure to talk to you. So we end this episode now, and we'll see you tomorrow once again.
Thank you, Kanchan. Have a lovely day. And I will just leave you with this thought that even the word positive has become dangerous word these days.
Okay.
So I am trying to not use the word positive, and I'm using let us all be neutral in this world and have the status quo wherever we are.
Okay. So you take care, and we'll meet.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.